Hi everyone, my name is Mireya. In this video, I'm going to be doing my pregnancy vlog. I'm going to be talking to you of week 19 to week 22. The reason why I'm doing 4 weeks together is because I lost the footage to week 19 and week 20, so that's why I'm going to be going over all of these weeks together. The only good thing is that I actually write down notes of all the symptoms that I'm having each week, so I do have that written down. So I'm going to be going over week 19 first. For week 19, for some reason, I've been so emotional. Every time I'm listening to a song, I'm watching a new program on TV, I'm watching a movie, or I'm reading a book, I get so emotional. I just said for some reason. Well, there is a reason. I'm pregnant. That's the reason. I haven't had much weight gain for week 19, just a couple of ounces, which was a concern to me at first. I've been feeling more movement. I've been feeling the baby move a lot more. I usually feel them more in the mornings, though, after I eat breakfast. I've had so many food cravings in week 19. I did mention to you guys that in the earlier weeks I wasn't craving anything. I wouldn't feel hungry. I always felt full. I felt like my stomach was so full. But week 19 I've been getting so many cravings. I've been craving mostly everything I see. Every 2 minutes, I don't want to be craving everything I see. That's insane. I do get hungrier every 2 hours. After I eat breakfast, let's say after 2 hours, I try to snack on some fruit, mango, pineapple, apples. Sometimes I do snack on junk food, which I know you shouldn't be eating too much junk food. Not because of the weight gain, just because you want the baby to be healthy. So I try, and usually my first options being fruit. Oh, I also been craving the cheese sticks, the mild cheddar. Those are delish. I'm always munching on those. For week 19, I did have a rash on my belly. At first, I was like, am I allergic to something? What did I eat differently? Or maybe it's the shirt I just bought. I'm like, what happened here? I tried to research online. It says that it's pretty normal since your belly is stretching. Sometimes you can get some rashes. So I just got it for one day. The second day, I didn't have that rash any longer. For week 19, I also bought a soap from Lush. I've been using it, and it's actually not a soap, or I guess you could call it a soap, but it's a hydrating lotion which you apply just by grabbing it with the heat of my fingers. It's already hydrating, you can feel it. I usually use this in the morning. After I take a shower, I'm still using the coconut oil and vitamin E. I just feel that those are more hydrating. I really do like the soap, but I don't use it quite as often. I usually use it more in the morning. TMI, my breasts have been getting so much larger. My normal bras are not fitting any longer. I did buy some sports bras, but I didn't like them because they don't have, I want to get some with a zipper that you can just zip up. The ones I've got, you put through your head, which can be a little bit uncomfortable since you have to stretch it out by the time you get to your breast. So I'm trying to look for some maternity bras, which, like I said, I live in a small town where there aren't many stores, so I have to drive about an hour to go to the maternity stores, which here in town where I live, they don't have any maternity bras, or I haven't found any as of yet. If I find a good maternity bra, I will show it to you guys in the next pregnancy vlog. For week 21 of my pregnancy, 20 and 21 because I'm putting those together, let's go over the symptoms that I had during that week, or those 2 weeks. Well, for week 21, there was something noticeable, something that happened. I was washing dishes and my husband, he kind of poked my belly. He poked it. He poked it, not in a bad way, he just touched my belly with his finger, and that's when he saw the baby kick. Well, I'm thinking it was a kick. I'm not sure. It could have been a fist, or I'm not sure, but he's like, whoa, I just saw the baby move. And I was like, wow, I felt it inside, but I wasn't sure if he was gonna be able to see it on the outside, and he did. So that was something interesting, something awesome that happened in week 21. I've been feeling the baby move a lot more for week 21. I usually feel the baby move after breakfast, about 20 to 30 minutes after eating breakfast, after eating lunch, and after eating dinner. Sorry for all this TMI, but for week 21 I did get some stretch marks on my breast. They're kind of like white stretch marks. I guess that's the color they usually are, I'm not quite sure, but I did get some stretch marks, and I'll be honest with you guys, I was a little bit lazy. I wasn't hydrating my breast as much as I was hydrating my belly. It's just not that comfortable of having that feeling of being all greasy on your belly, on your breast, on your back, and then your clothes gets all greasy. But it'll all be worth it at the end, because what I am trying to do is prevent those stretch marks. So I'm starting to hydrate my breast more now. For week 22 of my pregnancy, I've been getting some leg cramps, and that's when I'm sitting down for a while. So what's recommended, or I've been reading online, what they recommend is try to stand up every 20 minutes and stretch. Yeah, whenever I feel that cramp, I try to stand up. But if I feel like the leg cramp or the numbness on my leg, it goes all the way up to my belly. Like if my belly was also feeling cramped. I was reading online about your leg falling asleep, so they do recommend getting up every 20 minutes. Another thing, it's called sciatic nerve. As the baby grows, it presses on a nerve that we all have, and sometimes that can cause the numbness. Did I say that right? Or it can cause your feet to fall asleep. Another symptom that I have been having for week 22 is quickening. That's when the baby starts tossing and turning a lot more. And why doesn't anybody tell you this? That it can be painful. Like I said, it can be painful. I called my sister right away, and I called my sister because I feel like we have that trust where we can talk about anything and I can ask her anything. So I was telling her, sister, why haven't you ever told me that when the baby moves like a lot, it can be painful? I know to some mothers out there, you guys are probably gonna be like, wait a minute, this should be a very beautiful moment for you. Why are you complaining about this? You have a baby inside. I'm not complaining, or I guess it might sound like I'm complaining, but I'm just telling you like it is, telling you what I'm feeling, and I'm telling you that it can be painful at times. I feel like the baby's tugging on the umbilical cord, or like if he's grabbing on my belly button from the outside in. It can be a little painful. It feels like he's doing some somersaults in there. So yeah, of course when he kicks, or when I feel, I guess, his fist, it's not as painful. But if he is moving and tossing a lot, it can be a little bit painful. Of course, at first I didn't want to mention this to anyone. I didn't want to tell anyone that this could be painful, but it's something that I was feeling, and I'm sharing it with you guys, and hopefully you're not thinking like, this girl's crazy. Another symptom that I've been having is Brixton aches. Hopefully I said that correctly, but it's lower abdominal pain. It feels kind of like menstrual cramps, like when your period's coming, and it can be pretty painful. I was reading online that this is normal. As the uterus grows, your belly, everything is stretching in there, so it can cause some cramps. For week 22, I had an updated ultrasound. I think I talked to you guys about this a little in my last pregnancy vlog. I did mention I had placenta previa total, which is where you have your placenta covering the cervix, and you can't have a natural birth. You can have a vaginal birth. It has to be a C-section. So the doctor wanted to keep an eye on that. And the good news is that in week 22, I no longer have placenta previa total. There is bad news though, and I'm not sure if I mentioned this to you guys in the last vlog, but I do have a clot in my placenta. When the x-ray technician was doing the ultrasound, she's like, you know what, just stay still, don't try to not move that gel that they put on the stomach. She's like, just try to stay still, try to not clean that up yet. I'm just gonna have the doctor take a look at something real quick. And of course, I got that feeling like something was wrong. I did get a little bit scared once the doctor came in. She did take a look at it, and that's when she found out, or she told us about the blood clot, which I already knew about it, but I wasn't sure what it was. She did explain it a little bit more. Sometimes you can get a blood clot because there's bleeding, vaginal bleeding. I didn't have any vaginal bleeding, but for some reason that blood clot formed inside my placenta. I'll be honest with you guys, this was very stressful. This is very depressing. I cried once I got home from the doctors. I've cried the second day, and I did cry the third day. This has been so stressful, so depressing, until after that I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna leave this in the hands of God. I can't be crying, I can't be stressing. I don't want the baby to feel all the stress. I don't want the baby to know that this is causing me pain. So then I said, I'm just gonna keep praying that everything is well. It's just so depressing. It's sad that we've been waiting for this baby for a long time, 9 years TTC, and it's just so sad that once I'm actually pregnant that this is going on. So days later I was like, I know I'm in good hands. I'm gonna have faith that God is gonna help us through this process, that this little miracle, that this gift from God will be fine. He'll be born healthy. I just wanted to mention to you guys what the doctor told us. She did mention to us that in 2 weeks we'll have another ultrasound. If there are changes to that blood clot, what she recommends is that the baby is born, that I get induced. There are many complications that I could have. The baby, there's a 50% chance that the baby could be born or that he can die. It's just so much to actually absorb in. When she was telling us all this, actually, I don't think I was even listening to anything she was saying until I got home and I started comprehending everything she had told us. It's up to my husband and I to decide if we want to be induced at 24 weeks. The baby could be blind, he could be deaf, he could have a lot of brain damage, a lot of complications. 2 weeks after, so I'll be 26 weeks the following appointment, she said that I could have the baby at 26 weeks, which I think it's about an 80% chance of living, which the baby could still be born with a lot of complications. That's a big worry to me, but like I said, this is something that concerns me so much, but I'm trying to maintain positive in all this. I'm gonna be showing you guys the belly. Let's show you guys the belly. Let's show the belly. Let's see how much it's grown. I almost forgot, guys. I had to go get my ultrasound images and I'm going to be sharing with you guys. This is the baby here, the placenta. The baby weighs 1 pound and 3 ounces, and I don't remember how much the length is. In the image I'm showing you right now, you can see the baby, you can see the placenta, and that black image there, that's the blood inside the placenta. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you did, don't forget to thumbs up this video. That way I'll share more pregnancy vlogs with you guys, or more videos like this where I tell you about my journey in this pregnancy. Take care, guys, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye! I'm just telling you as it is. Luminous. You different